Hi, good morning. It's Saturday. The cats have been fed, sort of. I kibbled them. We're going to go and be with family. It's why we do anything we ever do. For family. I fidget too much. However, there is this, which is interesting. I haven't had Rwanda in about a month. And there's this, which is also going to be interesting. Now, we all know how I feel about Rwanda. That is off the hook right there. This one I'm not sure about. I can't remember if I like Sumatra or not. I did enjoy it the last time I had it, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll see. Had a good week. Gonna have a good weekend. Gonna get to see people I love. We went to Ubora. The one in the closest city to us was closed, so we went to the one in downtown Augusta. And they've got quite a bit of construction going on. And this next week is the, I believe it's the Masters tournament going on. So while we were down there, hey buddy, come here you, don't be messing up my stuff. So while we were down there, I was noticing all the construction going on, which is going to be a nightmare for the people who live and work in the Augusta city proper. It's going to be an interesting week. I'm going to be going to Greensboro and doing my job. The Augusta driver is going to have a heck of a week. Now, if you're familiar with the Augusta area, you know that the Augusta National Golf Club runs right down Washington Road. So I was making deliveries there for 2 years on my favorite route downtown. And both of those 2 years, I didn't have any Washington Road deliveries. I wonder if it was on purpose or it just worked out that way. Maybe the customers said, hold all my orders. I don't know. But I feel for the downtown driver. This next week is a challenge. But I happen to know the downtown driver, and he's a good man, and he is always up for a good challenge. I'm sure he'll do fine. Having a good morning. I slept over 8 hours last night. Phenomenal sleep. I have this app and it tells me when I have good sleep, and this morning when I woke up it said quality was high and I had jet fuel style sleep. So I'm rearing and ready to go. Mostly I'm rearing and ready to drink this coffee. What are you doing this weekend? I have no plans set in stone other than to go to my brother's house, visit with family that's meeting there. We're going to have hamburgers. They're in the refrigerator. And my awesome nephew is bringing French fries, which I'm not allowed to have. I can enjoy the aroma. We're going to have a good day. And I get to spend it with the most important person in my life, the love of my life. And that's everything. She's upstairs right now in the office playing on her new computer, which we bought. What is she called? Open Box. It's an open box computer. And she saved a ton of money, like 1/4 the cost. But to do that, she had to go and drive 2 hours to pick it up. And she did. I was going to do it tomorrow with her, but things worked out where she had the car yesterday and she decided that was the way to do it. Family. Hi, Paul. Paul. Hi, you're on my podcast. How you doing? Hello? And that's what happens when you don't put yourself on Do Not Disturb. So, well, where was I before I was so aptly interrupted by Paul? Oh, we were going to family. I wanted to say a thing about family. There's different levels of family. My neighborhood is a family. My neighbors are a family. And then I have my blood relatives and family by marriage. And these all have different levels of, what is the word? They all have different levels of familyness. So, obviously, the most important person in my life is the wife. The wife. Because she's my only wife. She is the wife. There's not much in this life I wouldn't do for my wife. And then I've got my family. Family I was raised with. There's not much I wouldn't do with that family either. There's not much I wouldn't do for that family either. And then there's the friends, true friends that you make in life that are family. And those people, they're very important. One of them just gave me a call. And then there's the extended kind of social family. My neighborhood, the city. There's importance there. There's a level of importance that should be acknowledged by everybody. But the direct family, our family, the family I'm going to visit today, that's important. You got to touch base with those people over and over and over again, or else they become estranged. Still, not much you won't do for them, but you just don't interact with them on the daily. The family I'm going to see today is the family that stays in contact. I have family that lives close, but not, don't do it again, buddy. Oh my goodness, this cat right here is a troublemaker. I shouldn't have called you Baggy, I should have called you Dennis the Menace. Anyway, there's also family that you care deeply about, that you have occasional contact with. They're important too. They're all importance. Is that the word I was searching for? Levels of importance? Yeah, we'll go with that. So there are family levels of importance. And I'm sure the people you're living with are the most important people in your life, if you're fortunate enough to be living with family members. But that's what I do my job for. That's what I do the yard work for. That's why I purchase items. I mean, obviously I do a lot of this for myself, but when it comes right down to it, it's because I love my family. Nothing else in the world. No amount of stuff. No amount of coffee. I held up the Sumatra. I'm not saying that the Rwanda is family, but it's really good. Anyway, the amount of things that we do, when we do it out of love, almost always comes out to the betterment of the whole family. And when you're doing things out of love for your personal family, the most important part, the most important family, they feel it immediately. When you do it for extended family, eventually they'll feel it. And when you do it for, I don't want to say least important, but on levels of important, on that level that's not quite where you're at with your family, like the neighborhood or your community or the city or the state or county, whatever. When you do something for them out of love, oddly, mostly you feel it. Mostly it does you good. It does them good too, but mostly you feel it in your heart and soul. And I think that service, that ability to give of yourself to your community, that's important. That allows your soul to grow and your heart to be filled. It's Saturday. I'm going to go be with some family. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I intend to. I hope you find peace, love, and dream. Until next time, Avita Zane with a D.